Hello friends and welcome back. In this video, we'll be going to discuss one of the most awaited IPOs in India, that is the PharmEasy IPO. You will get to know about the e-pharmacy sector in general and about the PharmEasy company in particular. In this video, we'll be discussing the key points, the updates about the PharmEasy company's IPO, the financials, the potential, and the working model of PharmEasy company. So stay tuned throughout the video to understand about the PharmEasy company. Now we'll go on with some of the updates about the PharmEasy IPO. API Holdings, which is the parent company or the parent entity of the online pharmacy chain PharmEasy, is aiming to rise around 3,000 to 3,700 crores, that is 400 to 500 million dollars according to the Economics Time. The initial public offering is likely to value the company at around 21,800 crores, that is $3 billion. PharmEasy hires GM Financial, Kotak Investment Banking for India's IPO. The company is also likely to hire a foreign banker soon. IPO launched tentatively between Jan to March 2022 are the latest updates about the PharmEasy IPO. Now we learn about the PharmEasy company in detail. PharmEasy is an online healthcare aggregator and one of the best startups to join the Unicorn Club. Aggregator stands for business to business model. So they basically procure products from the manufacturers directly and sell it to the customers. So there is no third party involved in this case. And one of the best startups to join the Unicorn Club. Unicorn Club, if a startup reaches valuation of more than 1 billion, then it is set to be joined to the Unicorn Club. So basically PharmEasy was founded by Dr. Dhaval Shah and Dharmil Sheth, and they joined the Unicorn Club in the year 2020 recently. It's a healthcare and a wellness industry. It is an online platform that provides medicines, delivery and diagnostic tests, so patients' health life cycle is made quite easy. Now we'll understand the business model of the company. So basically the healthcare was completely fragmented. So it was divided into pieces. So if you are a patient, then you have to go to a doctor to get your consultation done. He will give you a prescription. Then you have to take it to the medical shop. There you can buy the medicines, and if the doctor suggests you diagnostics like blood test or urine test, then you have to again go to the labs to get your service done. Even if you want an insurance, then you have to go to the insurance company. So the healthcare sector was completely fragmented. So basically the healthcare industry was completely revolutionized by inducing the essence of technology in it. So this is basically what Dhanwal Shah and Dharmil Sheth did. So some of the key problems of the retail medical shops is that there is no management and marketing. First thing is there is no management and marketing, non-replacement of expired medicines and non-availability of expected brand of medicine are the highly inferred problems in the retail medical stores. Inadequate floor space and power shortage are considered as the major problems. A lot of expense to run a retail medical store. So these were some of the major problems the medical stores faced. So there was a lot of expenses to run a medical store. Now we'll see the business model of the PharmEasy company and we'll get to know whether this model is sustainable one or not. So the first thing is that the PharmEasy company will buy medicines from the pharmaceutical manufacturers. So I'll be telling you three reasons why buying medicines from the direct manufacturers is very profitable. First thing is that you will be getting a PAT margin more, so your profit margin will drastically increase. Second thing is that there is no third party involved in this case. Third thing is that you're getting legit medicines. There is no fraud cases happening here. So this is what PharmEasy basically does. It directly buys medicines from the manufacturing companies, and as a owner it lists medicines in its website. That is the PharmEasy website. And the customer, as a public, if you want to buy medicines, you search medicines in the website of PharmEasy and you add the medicines to your cart and make a payment. So these are the steps the customer has to do. One is that you have to upload your prescription, then you have to select your medicines, and then you have to make a payment and you will get your medicines delivered at your doorstep. So as a owner, when he receives the payment from the customer or an order from the customer, he processes the order and receives the payments and delivers the medicines. He will deliver the medicines as a store owner to the customers, and the owner receives payment. So this is basically how an e-commerce works, and the same mechanism or the same working model has been applied to this farm easy structure. So this is one of the best solution for the problems which are faced by the traditional medical facilities in India. PharmEasy operates on a full stack model where it claims to procure medicines directly from the manufacturers and deliver it to the customers. So PharmEasy delivers to 22,000 plus pin codes. So PharmEasy claims that no pin code in India is left undelivered. Monthly app download growth is increasing by 134.9%. According to the Indian tech startup funding report, there was an overall of 45.06% of the total investment made of health startup in 2018. Now we'll see the advantages of PharmEasy company. So PharmEasy is involved in selling of medical products, non-medical products that may be related to the health and lifestyle. It is also involved in diagnostics tests, and it is also planning to include insurance and other related financial services in its platform. Profit margin increases as it is B2B platform and no third party is involved in this case. As I have told you earlier, this is a B2B business to business platform. Expenses have reduced drastically because of technology. Repeat user base and huge market are some of the advantages which PharmEasy company is enjoying. Now we'll see the scalability part of the PharmEasy company. There are about 850 independent pharmacy retail stores. These are the traditional medical stores that can meet only 60% of the domestic need. With such a gap, the market is ripe for growth and disruption by e-pharmacy companies. So they are having a huge market to cover. PharmEasy claims that they are growing at a rate of 300 to 350% and that they are having a wonderful repeat user base. According to the Red Seer, e-pharmacy sector alone is growing at a compounded rate of 68%. Compounded rate at 68% is a huge scalability for the PharmEasy company. Now we'll see the sustainability part of the PharmEasy company. So their innovation is a big boon for the sustainability in the market. PharmEasy is having a GMV of 600 crores every month. GMV stands for gross merchandise value. Retailers are benefited by 240 crores GMV every month. So retailers that are the medical stores. So basically this PharmEasy company is also tied up with some retailers in the market. So even they have been benefited by 240 crores GMV every month. PharmEasy lets you place orders with just simple 3 steps. In the year 2025, the complete healthcare sector is valued at $19 billion and the e-pharmacy will alone be valued at $13.3 billion. So basically the e-pharmacy or the pharmacy sector is giving a major value or a major revenue for the complete health sector. And in the next 2 decades, many consultancy companies believe that e-health sector can be worth 36 to 40 billion dollars, giving a huge market for PharmEasy. By this, we can conclude that the sustainability of PharmEasy is quite good. It's also very important to see the investors which have invested or funded the startup of PharmEasy. As of now, PharmEasy has received 8 rounds of funding until Series E. PharmEasy has raised a total of $65.5 million in funding over 8 rounds. The latest funding was raised on April 7, 2021, recently from a Series E round. TPG, Texas Pacific Group, 8th Road Investors, Aaron Capital, Think Investment, Bessemer Ventures, Nexus Venture Partners, JM Financials are some of the companies which have invested in the PharmEasy startup. So there are big unicorn investors. Even they have funded Big Basket, Byju's, big startups, and their expertise or their experience is surely a positive sign for the PharmEasy company. Now we'll see what strategic advantage PharmEasy company is having after acquiring MedLife Private Limited. MedLife and PharmEasy. This acquisition significantly strengthens our position in the healthcare industry and further helps us In providing quality healthcare to a greater number of Indian households, PharmEasy co-founder Dharmil Sheth said. It has now become the largest healthcare delivery platform across the country, catering to over 2 million families a month. That is around 20 lakh families a month, PharmEasy said. It currently works with around 80,000 pharmacies and intends to expand to 1,20,000 outlets by the end of 2021. At the time of closing the deal, MedLife shareholders received a 19.59% stake worth about $240 million in the API Holdings, that is the parent entity about the PharmEasy company. So basically, PharmEasy is a North India startup company. It was basically Mumbai startup company, and MedLife is Bangalore based startup company. So PharmEasy had its prominency in the North India sector, and MedLife was quite prominent in the South India sector. So basically, when after PharmEasy acquiring the MedLife company, it has expanded its business all over the India. So this is a strategic advantage PharmEasy is having after the acquisition of MedLife. Now we'll analyze the peer groups of the PharmEasy company. PharmEasy acquired Myra in the year 2019. It acquired MedLife in the year 2020, and now PharmEasy is the largest e-pharmacy company in India. Reliance acquired NetMeds in the year 2020. So NetMeds is a Chennai-based startup in India. That's an e-pharmacy startup. And Amazon acquired PillPack in the year 2018. And there are talks going on with Tata for acquisition of some part of the stake in the 1mg company. Similarly, Swiggy is also started to deliver medicines to the retailers. So these are some of the peer groups the PharmEasy is having. So this is a stiff competition going on between the e-pharmacy sector companies. And that was all about the analyzation of the PharmEasy company. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll be providing further details when the IPO date is released. Thank you one and all.